Hey guys, sorry about that. What an inconvenience. Okay. All right, so we're live now. Hope you're doing okay. This is going to be a twin flame reading. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Spirit, please connect me for the masculine and feminine energy. What do I need to see? Let's see where your mind is at versus where their head is at, and then we'll get into their emotions too. Hey, doll. Hi, Gildorado and Angela and Divine Healer and Brittany. Hi, good to see you guys. All right. So your mind, let's just see if you guys are on the same wavelength, you know? All right. Your mind versus theirs. All right. And let's see about your heart. Like, what do your emotions say versus theirs? Okay. Okay. All right. Bottom line. Ooh, bottom line is desire card. Bottom line, you guys are both very attracted to one another. It is what it is. You may not be feeling that vibe all the time, but it's there. It's like no matter what's going on, there's this strange chemistry. I mean, it is that beautiful twin flame mirroring, of course, but it's more than that. It's deeper. It's I want you as much as you want me, especially intimately. And even if you take out the intimacy, you both want each other extremely well. You guys want each other really bad. Six of Swords resolution is here. You guys are going to be leaving some hard times, bad times, difficult, painful, a lot of suffering. And you guys are going to be headed for smoother times. I can't promise good, but I can promise better. That's what this card says. It's leaving one shore and getting to the other. So you guys are kind of resolving an issue. This is the card of resolution. So you are going to make a decision and resolve some situations that were very painful and make it feel better at the least. This is followed by Leo energy in the negative. There's a lot of competition, arguments, and there's a temper going on. There could even be a Leo in the mix somewhere that's creating discord between you guys. Problems, arguments, frustration. So there's Leo problems. Okay. Your mind is on commitment and marriage. Their mind is on marriage being a trap. That's just where you guys' mind is at. Okay. This is an illusion. Your person believes an illusion that all marriage is just a trap. And it's meant to cage you in, lock you in, keep you from being free, keep you from thinking and living and being independent of oneself. You know, and marriage does combine you with someone, but there's still that independent freedom. But this person just thinks marriage is like jail. You think marriage is beautiful. It's a testament of love. It's something that says, I care so much for this person that I'm going to commit myself to them and only them. That's why you think it's so important. I don't think you care about the other stuff. It's just like, I want your loyalty. I want you to be mine and only mine. That's what I'm looking for. Can you get these things without marriage? I don't know. We'll see. Where is your heart with this? Aw, Six of Cups. You are so lovey-dovey. You're just like, I miss you and I love you. And, You're everything to me. This is fate. Like, I just want to kiss you. I just want to be affectionate with you. I want to hold your hand. I want to be yours. I want to be beautiful to you or handsome to you. I want to be spending my time with you, and you just want that beautiful in love feeling. Their heart is Page of Pentacles. Settle down. Just settle down. I'm sorry. They're so loud they can't even hear me say that. I said settle down. You don't need to yell. You hurt his ears as it is. Okay. Anyways, their whole heart and emotional setting with you is, what do you want from me? And what can I offer you? There's also this kind of, I don't want to offer you much. The Page of Pentacles is not a wedding ring. It's just, I can promise that I'm going to try. So we have somebody that wants to try and somebody that is probably okay with that. But as you can see, you guys are definitely on different ends of the spectrum here as far as thoughts and feelings. That could create problems, or you guys might be able to work them out. I don't know. Spirit, what is the overall energy here for the feminine? Oblivion. And look, it's desire again. Nothingness is erasure and creation. You're the fool. You just want to take a leap of faith. You don't care. You are the master of your universe. The key is in your hands, and you're very open, you're free-minded, and you're free-hearted. I think you're just like, I'm okay with, let's try. I don't need promises. Yes, my mind is on commitment. I want to be the only one you're with. And I miss the way things were between us. I would love to get some of that back. So you're willing to take a leap of faith and just say, I'm willing to go with whatever at this point. I'm willing to just give it a try and see what happens. What is their overall energy? Please show me the divine masculine energy. Fracture. This is about power. Chaos. What you have can break apart. The masculine's living in fear that everything they are, everything they have can be lost, and they can lose themselves. They can break apart. There's a lot of fear. You're free and fearless, and they are stuck and full of fear. As you can see, yeah, we're already getting into this discord card, right? The Five of Wands, it's like, you want something, I want something. We're very different. You're in a whole different headspace than I'm in. It's kind of where we're at. Bottom of the deck here is solidarity, strength within the collective. You're stronger together. Underneath the Five of Wands is Nine of Swords, misery, then another Nine of Pentacles, abundance, followed by the Ten of Pentacles, legacy. This to me means the problem is you're just not on the same level right now. You're business-minded, family-oriented, and marriage-minded, and they're single-minded because they're living in fear. They've got a lot of emotions going on. It could be because they're still involved or getting out of a very difficult situation. Karmic cycles have not been broken yet, which could create a lot of the disharmony between you guys. Your person is struggling financially. Um, you might be also, but overall, you guys are going to move forward with the Chariot. Overall. I guess I'm here to just tell you what's going on right now, you know? You guys both want each other, and things are going to get better. They are going to give you an offer. It's just not the biggest offer that you expected, you know? Don't get your hopes up to thinking, oh my gosh, we're gonna end up married. We're right on our way to marriage. You know, we're nearly there. Because what's being shared right now is, no, we're not nearly there. We're at the very beginning. Page of Pentacles. They're not even sure what direction they want to take with you, but they're open to seeing what happens. You know, are you good with that? Does that stress you out? How does that make you feel? All you know is you love this person and you just want to be happy and you're tired of wasting time. You have plans, you have feelings, you have goals. And they're just trying to escape and get out of fear and get out of an entrapment and get out of worrying all the time. And I feel like a lot of you are like, well, the answer to getting rid of all of that is by being in a committed, happy relationship where people can work together and build something as a team, as a family, as a couple. You know, if they're worried about money, well, we're stronger together. If they're worried about being loved and secure in a relationship, well, they need to know that I'm a secure person and I'm not going anywhere. You know, you have all these certainties in you. That must be really nice. It must be nice to have all that confidence. It must be nice to be free to jump whenever you want to jump, however you want to jump. It must be nice to be positive minded, open and healed, or at least working on healing. But how do you think that makes someone feel that is not like that? Not on that wave, not in that energy at all. How do you think that makes someone feel? They're going to take what you're doing as pushy, selfish, bossy. You see how all your love can be misconstrued? You see how all your passionate energy can be seen as forceful, in a rush, scary? So I'm not saying that, you know, you are any of those things, but I'm saying, do you see how that can look to someone like him or like her? You don't look very appeasing, and it's actually very scary for them to consider getting into a union with you because you're so marriage minded, you're so commitment minded, and that's just, they see that as problems, a trap, something to be scared of. They don't see marriage as a beautiful thing. And I can tell you right now, that's because this person has already been married. This person's already experienced marriage and commitment, and it looks like it didn't work out. So you're talking about a divorced individual. You're talking about someone that maybe came from a divorced family. And this person is attractive to you because you're like, oh my God, this is a marriage-minded person. He's been married before, or she's been married before. They know how to be committed. They're not scared to commit. They've walked down the aisle. They've done the commitment. They've taken the leap of faith. And that's what I want. I want somebody who's willing to take that leap with me. Maybe you've never been married before, and it's like, it's the opposite. They have taken the leap, and I'm sorry it wasn't with you, but they sure are not looking forward to taking a leap again. Not with you, not with anyone. The simple fact that they're willing to try with this Page of Pentacles, and I'm going to keep it real with you. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. The only reason this person is willing to try is because they're attracted to you. You guys have a sexual connection, an intimate chemistry. And because they want that, they're willing to take baby steps into a commitment with you because they want that. Is this person easily manipulated with that? Could very well be. This person may get entangled into marriages because, more than anything, they're sexually driven, which is that King of Wands in reverse. They've got this hunger, this desire for love and passion. Believe it or not, there's people that love romance and the art of being engaged and thinking of getting married, but then they actually hate the marriage. This person's a little little confused, and you're just like, no, marriage is more than that. Marriage is friendship. Marriage is partnership. Marriage is soulmate. Marriage is the union of two minds, two hearts that can become one and share something beautiful. I know you've got your mind in the right place. I'm not sitting here questioning your motives, but I know your person's motives, and it's not the same as yours. So here you are trying to create this beautiful union, and here they are trying to stop that from happening, all the while keeping you in the picture still. And they know the only reason to kind of keep you around is the only reason they can keep you around is if they give you a hope that maybe in the future there will be a marriage. As long as they feed you this page of Pentacles, and there's a maybe on the table, you're open. You're like, hey, as long as there's a maybe, I can do this. As long as you're willing to see where this can go, I'm willing. I'm willing to explore. I just want you to know, like, don't give up all the goods without pushing them a little further. Don't give up all the romance. Don't give them the key to your heart. Don't give them the ultimate. Because if they feel they've got the ultimate without the ring, they're not going to give you the ring. Maybe it is a little bit of manipulation, but I'm just giving you the best advice I can with what you want and what they're willing to give. If you give up your body, and I'm not saying you can't give up your body at all, but if you give up your body fully, as if you were in the marriage bed, there's going to be no reason to fulfill that promise. They want it, but don't give it to them. If you're going to give up anything, a little teasing, playing around, oral stuff, maybe messing around on the couch or in the car, I think that would be fine. even if it is the deed. But even if it is all the way, it's just, it's the way you lay it out there. If you make it kind of energetic and rushed and highly motivating, to where they want more, they want hours, they want days with you, they want you completely undressed, they want, a whole night or weekend doing stuff. Don't do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't give it all up like that. Don't go off to a hotel, get on the bed, buck naked, and oil yourself up, and, do it 6 ways from Sunday, because that's giving it all. It's just like, oh, well, I have that. I can have that anytime I want. I can have him or her in bed, and I can have whatever it is I need to go have when I need to have it. And we're doing fine. We don't need commitment. We just need a relationship where you and I can talk, where we can be intimate, where we can express ourselves and blah blah blah. Like, they're going to play it off like that. We don't need to get married to have a relationship. We don't need to get married. We can just do what we're doing, and it doesn't it feel good? Just doing what we're doing. I mean, why ruin that? So I'm just warning you, because I know you're marriage minded. If that's something that you really want in your life, don't give it up like that, or you're not going to get it. I'm just being honest, and I'm giving you a fair warning. You're not going to get it. You may think the more you give up, the more they're going to love you. Some of you think that way. Don't let the past repeat itself for you. No, the more you give up, you're not going to get more. That's just a fact. And they know it. Let's see what this person might want to tell you. What does this person possibly want to say about this? I have so many fantasies I want to play out with you. When can we begin? So they're going to try to bribe you, like, I have so many things I want to do with you and to you. Just let me start. I love that you can see my truth, but it scares me too. Okay? You know this person inside and out, and they love that you can see them for who they are. Like, that's great. Who doesn't love being seen by someone and loved by that person? And we all do. We all love this. But again, living in fear. Okay. So how do you pull this person out of fear? Spirit, what kind of advice do you have? All right, so let's get the advice. What can we do to stop this person from feeling this way about the love connection? What can we do to help the message of fear? That they're not trying to trap this person and put them in jail. They just want a commitment. What can we do to help this person not be scared of commitment? First, embrace your emotions and let this person embrace their emotions as well. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. Followed by choose love more than commitment. You always have a choice what to do, so you should choose love. Love them, be with them. Don't focus on commitment. Look at the pattern in your relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. This could also be them, as well as you. Of course, I mean, I'm not going to just point fingers. This is both of you, but it's both of you. This might be marriage counseling. This might just be personal healing and reflection. But it's like, yeah, look at the pattern in which you start relationships. Do you usually rush into them? Do you usually rush moving in? Do you usually rush meeting family? Do you usually rush going into bed together? How about rushing making babies? What is the pattern? Do you usually rush engagement? And them too. This is not just your questions. Do they usually rush an engagement? Do they usually rush the bedroom action? Do they usually rush pregnancies? Because they need to look too at like, hey, it's not just commitment that's the problem here. It's me. It's how I orchestrate a relationship. And maybe that's not the best thing. Maybe that needs some work, some healing, some whatever. So looking at the pattern is like, do I like the pattern I'm seeing or do I not like the pattern I'm seeing? Maybe you have a good pattern. Maybe you are a perfect relationship person. And the only reason you're single right now is because maybe your spouse died. So maybe you don't have to do any reflecting. Maybe you're great at relationships. Or maybe your spouse said, hey, I'm not straight, or I'm not gay, or whatever it is. It's like maybe it's not your fault. Maybe you handled the relationship great. I'm also hearing, are you critical in relationships, or are they? Because sometimes it's them, right? Is someone here critical in relationships? They like to judge someone. What do they look like? What are they wearing? What are they doing? What are they doing for work? What are they going to do spiritually? God, a lot of spiritual people do tend to judge. And they don't realize it. Like, oh, you're not a vegan? Oh my gosh. You're messed up. In a nutshell. Oh, you don't meditate? Oh, you don't. Oh man, you got problems. A lot of spiritual people tend to be judgy too. Like, oh, I don't eat meat. I don't eat meat. That's terrible. That's it. You're just a murderer. You're evil. You're cruel. Like you can't. They don't realize even if they abstain from meat, they're still a jerk. That doesn't help. Um, sorry, it's and there's probably harsher criticisms than that, but some people criticize, and they're very picky, and they have a list about what they want their partner to look like, what kind of money they want their partner to have, what size or shape of person they want their partner. Um, and we all have preferences and desires. I mean, we have to be intimately attracted to someone to want to be in a relationship. Um, but I'm just saying, is there some criticism here? Because obviously you guys love each other and desire one another. So just be mindful of the thoughts and the words and the criticisms that might come out, the harsh criticisms of one another. Even looking at your partner and saying, you're not responsible, or you're a runner, putting them down, you're insecure, you have low self-esteem. Even if that's true, how are you making that person feel with your judgments? I mean, yeah, that doesn't feel good. And the same with you, whatever judgments might be placed on you, it doesn't feel good. You're like, I'm trying to be a better person, and judging me doesn't really help. It just makes me feel worse. I don't want to be judged like that. I want to be loved. The most beautiful thing when we think about spirit is that he loves us, that spirit source creator loves us without judgment. He doesn't care what nationality we are, how old we are, how healthy we are, our belief system, our past. He doesn't care about any of it. He just wants a relationship with us. He just wants to love us. And I think we're supposed to mirror that in our relationships, personal, intimate relationships. I think we're supposed to mirror, I love you without judgment. And we should catch ourselves more often judging the man or woman we love so harshly, but wanting spirit to be merciful with us. Please don't judge me for my bad parenting mistakes. I was raised this kind of way. Please don't judge me on my exterior experience. I haven't had the money for a gym membership, or I've been very depressed and I haven't had the energy to take care of myself. Please don't judge me on, how much money I make. I just did the best I could to survive. And, it's like you don't want spirit to judge you on those things. Please don't judge me on how impatient I was at the coffee store this morning. I didn't eat anything and I didn't sleep well last night. Spirit, please forgive me for cursing that person out on the road. I was trying to get to the doctors and I only had a few minutes or they were going to cancel me. We all have our excuses, but I can tell you we don't want spirit to judge us. We want him to be forgiving and merciful and understanding of our circumstances and why we make the decisions we make, and that most of the time they're great, but sometimes they're not good decisions. And I'm just saying, for someone here, there may have been some really bad decisions in this relationship. And I'm not here to judge you, and I don't think you want your person to judge you. And don't be so harsh on yourself either for maybe a bonehead decision you made here, because you did the best you could with the information that you had at the time and with the person you were in that moment. And so if your person has made some pretty poor marriage decisions, pretty poor relationship choices, that's what they thought would be good for them at the time. Just be loving, be forgiving, and try to be understanding of their choice of not wanting to be married, of their choice of being scared of marriage, of their choice of marrying someone else and not you. And now they're coming back to you, but now they don't want to get married and you feel like that's not fair. How come you married them, but you won't marry me? Don't take it personal. Just know that that is their situation right now. That is their situation. And that's something they're dealing with because they're broken, they're fractured, they're not healed. The funny thing is, once we heal, our mind changes, our feelings start to change. So the more this person begins to heal with you, believe me, their optimism is going to change. Their encouragement for wanting marriage will change. Once they are in love with you and they don't want you to have anyone else and they want to be your only person because you guys are in love, they may very well be willing to take that leap with you because they don't want to lose you, because they're in love, because they maybe believe in marriage in a different way than they had in the past. Maybe now they see what a healthy marriage could look like, not a toxic, abusive one, not a controlling, narcissistic relationship, but one that is mutually understanding, loving, and forgiving and giving of oneself. And how it betters the family and betters the finances and betters whatever. They could really open up their mind later, but you can't force them to pry it open right now. Because what I'm seeing is going on right now is I'm just scared and I'm not interested. I've been through hell and back with commitment, and I don't want that right now. I just want to have a relationship with someone and spend time with them and be happy and feel safe. I just want to be with you, and I just feel safe in your arms. I feel safe touching you, holding you. You make me feel better. You make me get my mind off of negative thoughts and negative things. You're a healer. You heal me. You are the peace after their storm. So embracing their emotions is going to be like not pushing down the love that they feel, because they feel the love. They need to open up their heart, because right now they're just scared. I don't even really feel like this person opened up their heart completely with whomever they were with before you. I feel like there was a lot of holding back, a lot they didn't say, and a lot they didn't do. They were there because they felt that person had information on them, or they were in a relationship because of financial reasons, or they were in a relationship because of children. You know, they may have gotten married because that person was pregnant, or maybe they fell in love with the children more than the person, you know? But yeah, I definitely feel like this person wasn't all in. I'm just saying. Okay, they were not all in, and the little bit that they did open up to fall in love, they got hurt. And it really sucks to get hurt more than once. And it really sucks to love someone and be hurt. Now, I'm not excusing them from doing that to you, because I think a lot of you guys are like, Steph, I've been hurt by this person in the past, and I'm forgiving and I'm understanding, and, you know, I'm all these good things. I should be looked at in a different light. You know, you're thinking, I don't deserve to be thrown under the bus and treated like just anybody else. I'm a twin flame. I'm special. I'm different. I get it. Let's see what else is going on. What does this person want to say to you personally about their experience with you? Vulnerable, feeling out of control and scared in this unknown energy. Air sign vibes, communication, strategy, thoughts, ideas, and action. This person's a planner, not a feeler. This person's like, oh, why are you so emotional? They don't understand why you're so emotional. Out of everyone they've known, you're like top of emotion. And God, you love to talk about feelings and express your feelings. You're so different. And you want them to feel vulnerable, and they're like, that's the worst thing in the world. That is the worst thing in the world. Why does this person want me to feel vulnerable? Are they trying to trap me? Are they trying to use this against me? Are they trying to open me up so they can hurt me? What is your motive? Very skeptical. And, you know, that always happens from someone that opened up and got hurt. I'm thinking of Kitty Softpaws from Puss in Boots. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie. But her story as Kitty Softpaws was that she was adopted by a family that loved her and cuddled her and gave her milk and fish every day, and they were so good to her. And she was so loving to them. She never scratched them, nothing. She was so good. And then one day they went and took off her claws, had them removed. And she's like, I don't know why they did that to me. I don't know why they hurt me. It's like, for cats, that's like taking off your fingertips. It's like, why would you do that? I'm not a normal cat anymore. I'm disabled, or I'm crippled, or I'm not, you know, I'm not my full self. Why would they do that to me when I never even expressed aggression? And then she said, maybe I rubbed a little too harsh one day. Maybe I messed up their couch. Maybe I did something I didn't realize I did. But they never asked me to stop, and I didn't know. And I don't know why they hurt me. So she's like, I left. I left that family. And or they put her out. Oh, okay, that's what happened. Not only did they declaw her and make her not have self-defense for herself, they put her out in the cold. They put her out in the street. So now she was kicked out of the home and unable to protect herself without her claws. So she was like, first they hurt me, then they put me out to where I can't even protect myself from others. And she's like, that's why I don't love. That's why I don't want a family. That's why I'm on my own and independent. And that's why I don't trust anybody. Because as soon as you're vulnerable and you put your guard down, they come after you. And anyone and everyone that heard her story was just heartbroken. So, yeah, your person is a little bit like Kitty Softpaws. Maybe this happened in childhood. Maybe they loved their stepmom so much. So good to her. But she just never loved him in return like a son or a daughter. Or maybe it was a stepfather. They loved their stepfather and they did everything to please him, but he never accepted them like his own. And they felt different and they felt shunned. So sometimes these damaging histories are not always from marriage. They're not always from an intimate relationship. They could be from mom and dad. They could be from a first love. But that's why I said earlier, don't judge. Don't judge why they are afraid of marriage, why they made the decisions that they did that were not with you. Let's get a card about this person's recent past on why they are scared about marriage. Let's go ahead and see. All right. What card am I going to use? Yeah, since we talked about Kitty Softpaws, we'll just use my cat tarot. Thank you, Somya, for the blue butterflies. What has this person's recent past been before this that kind of put them in this situation of fracture? What is their recent situation, please? Please. We have Knight of Swords in the reverse. This is things not moving forward in a healthy, good way. There's a lot of fights, arguments, cursing, cussing, threats. And basically, this is going in the wrong direction. So your person, and air energy is very prominent for your person today. So Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius for the person you're dealing with as a masculine. They are going in the wrong direction. And recently, they've realized I'm with the wrong person or in the wrong place, period. We have Page of Pentacles again. And this is putting your eggs in the wrong basket and making an offer in the wrong direction. What's going on with the person they've been around? Another Page of Swords in the reverse. The person they've been with doesn't trust them. There's been arguments and sneakiness and Snoop Dogg spying. The person they're with has absolutely been a spy. So they've hired someone or they've done it themselves. But because there's no trust, there's no relationship. Is your person even trustworthy, though? Is your person trustworthy?
We went on the wall down there and there was small sitting.
Tell Danny to look at it. So we have the Sun card in the upright and 5 of Swords. Suma, go lay down. What did you do? What did you do? The energy of if your person is trustworthy or not is if things are good, they're trustworthy in their past relationships. But when things are bad, they're not trustworthy. Knight of Wands. That's just how they are. The Wheel of Fortune. They're kind of wishy-washy and things do change. Queen of Wands. Moon card. Their emotions change when the relationship dynamic changes. If there is arguments and fights and a lack of harmony in the relationship, I do think they have a wandering eye. I think most people tend to be like that because you start thinking maybe there's somebody else out there that would treat me better. Maybe there's somebody else that would never hurt me the way this person's hurting me. And so, as humans, we start to wander. Our mind first. It's always the mind first. Then the body follows. Curiosity. But yeah, your person's just like, I am a faithful person. I'm a loving, good, and committed person. But if we're having some major problems in life as a couple and we're not seeing eye to eye and we're not on the same sunflower and we're not going in the same direction and you're not giving me affection, you're not giving me attention, I want to seek it out. I want that from somebody else. It doesn't necessarily mean that that person's going to leave their partner, but it means they may become unfaithful if the relationship needs are not met. And this is under the guise of friendship. They kind of put themselves in a situation where they can be around someone without the intention of cheating, but they should have never put themselves around that person in the first place. And that's really what's being notified here. It's like you should never have been in that situation and you wouldn't have cheated. But I also see like maybe if you tell your person to get out of the house, move out, we should start seeing other people, or it's over, every argument, it's over, I'm done with you. That is the kind of energy that pushes this person away. Because this person doesn't handle rejection well. So whenever communication at home turns into disharmony, they're out looking for a friend. And if that friend so happens to offer something more than friendship, I see them willing to go ahead and take up on that offer. So is this person super trustworthy? To an extent here, but it's like once that trust is broken, once the bond is broken, they're not. Is this person a liar? Yeah, because he or she tries to cover their own skin. They don't want to admit, I I cheated. I met up with so and so and I did something behind your back that I know I shouldn't have done. While in a commitment. And that person's like, if you're married and you're committed, it doesn't matter if we're arguing, you shouldn't have been with somebody else. But this is why they're scared of marriage. 8 of Swords. They don't want the marital card pulled because if the relationship's not going well, they want the freedom to go out and explore and get love from somewhere else. Now, I don't want to discourage marriage from any of you guys, but I will say when I've done some astrology charts, I've done some natal charts. Sometimes marriage just doesn't look like the best scenario for some people because it's almost like as soon as you enter into a contract, it's like bad karmas start to come up. The testing of commitment, um, the killing of old karmic cycles, the karma that divorce is inevitable, like, or it's going to get brought up constantly. Like all of these things start to come up in someone's birth chart if it's just not, if marriage is not favorable. And I like to think maybe that's what causes the relationship to break up in the first place, is the whole act of marriage. And then I go back and forth with my thoughts because I'm like, well, that's just a piece of paper. Could those karmas be activated as soon as you move in with somebody, regardless if you're married or not? And I think the answer to that is yeah. I think when you move in with someone, that karma is activated as well, like a marriage, because now you're sharing other forms of paper, an address, a mailbox, bills, and a bed. So it's just like the karmas are going to be activated one way or another. But maybe, and I have heard some astrologers say, maybe without the actual act of the marital paper, it betters the karma. And sometimes, if divorce is inevitable and you want to get around that karma, and I don't know if this works, but this is what I've heard, get married, get divorced shortly after on purpose, and then get remarried again with the same person, and it kind of washes out that karma that may have been long drawn out. So I have heard some remedies. Now, the good news is if you've met someone that's already been married a couple times and you guys have a divorce drama in your chart and marital issues, it's like chances are if you guys are older and you have a lot of life experience, a lot of those karmas are dissolved. So marriage wouldn't be so bad the third or fourth time around. Not just because of your age, but because of karma. The karmas have been dissolved with the divorces and the breakups. Soumya, Steph, this works well, especially with people having seventh house Ketu placements, I heard. Yeah, a lot of astrologers don't want to say it's a guarantee because they don't want to like make it seem like it's inevitable for every chart, but a lot of astrologers say if you have Rahu and Ketu placements in the seventh and first house areas, that your relationships are destined for divorce or separation. And it is true. I mean, I've seen so much of that. But a lot of times, what I think doesn't go mentioned is a lot of the people that divorce, they end up remarrying, like with the same person, or they end up separating and getting back together. And I think I see that more with people with Rahu, the North Node in the seventh house, which is like that attraction no matter what, even though it's weird and strange and unusual, and your relationship would be very taboo. But I see with Rahu there, a lot of people can come back together after a lot of problems in the relationship. But yeah, it is really interesting, Rita. So those are some things to think about, like what's in your chart, because we don't want to force something into a karmic lash out. If this person is going through some karmas, let them go through the karmas. But I think that's why the advice from the universe is choose love more than you choose marriage, because love will lead you to a good place. And as long as you're just choosing to love this person and there's no strings, no big plans, you just want to be in their arms. You just want to hug and cuddle them and love them and be there, and you guys just want to be around each other. There's no harm, no foul. And I think that's why Spirit's like, choose love before you choose anything else, before you have an agenda. Choose love. And then just see where love leads you. And I'm thinking of that song, Love Lifts You Up Where You Belong. Love lifts you up where you belong. So if you are watching me and you're like, I have an agenda for my life, marriage before 2025 or whatever, like I have an agenda, check your chart. Make sure you don't have any drama. Okay. And then choose love and see where it leads. Take marriage off the agenda. I'm not saying you can't manifest a marriage for your life. I'm just saying take it off. Be more free. Jump into oblivion. Go with the full card, the what if, anything is possible. Let's just see what happens. Let's follow our heart and then see what's going to happen. Because I feel like that's going to make a big difference with the whole agenda thing. So, let's see how this person really feels about you. Let's see. All right, how does this person actually feel about my collective? Thank you, markers. Oops. Thank you so much. I appreciate that support. Okay. First feeling is sweet results, gummy bears, flexible. Aww. That's so cute. Reconciliation. So, like, the first thing you need to know is God, first of all, they love how you taste. But second of all, they love being around you. Who doesn't love gummy bears? What's wrong with you if you don't love gummy bears? Just kidding. But they feel like you're a flexible person, that you're not cemented in any idea. They love that you're sweet and kind and gentle. They love being with you and spending time with you. You're one of their like most favorite people to hang out with and be around. You make a big impression on their lives as far as like sweetening up the negativity that life brings them. So you bring up a beautiful energy in their life. Underneath reconciliation, we have I'm sorry. So, how they generally feel about you is they are sorry for hurting you because they definitely love you. They definitely feel like they want to be back with you and have a reconciliation. And they believe that you guys can make it. The other cards are strategy and going with the flow. This is the two sides of one coin. One is being super flexible and just seeing what happens, choosing love. The other one is I have a plan. I want marriage. So they're a little bit, yeah, they're like, how I feel about it stuff is just what you've been saying. They say they want love, but then I feel like they have an agenda. This person doesn't really want to be part of the agenda. And I feel like they'll go with it because they're attracted to you, they desire you, they're going to go with it. But I think marriage should not come on the table unless they bring it up. And I'm just being real with you, I'm just being honest. I do think this person will bring up marriage in the future. Because if you are choosing love, love is going to lead you right where you want to be and right where your heart desires. But I think if you express, what is your plans? I want to get married in the next blah, blah, blah. I think they'll go along with it. But I think they're going to feel pressured and trapped by you, just like they have been by everybody else. I think it needs to be real raw and special coming from them. I think that in the future, what I think this person is going to end up doing is falling head over heels in love with you. I think this person's going to want more of what you have to offer because I told you to reserve yourself and not give it all away. Don't give it all away. So I think this person is going to want more. And I think this person is going to become protective, maybe even a little jealous. Like, if I don't snag this person, what if someone else does? What if she or he becomes unhappy with me and they want to leave the connection because we're not married? So there is going to be some fear, I believe. And they're going to be not wanting to lose you, not wanting to lose the life they've created with you. And they're going to say, you know what? What do you think about getting married? And you're going to be, of course, totally excited, head over heels. And you're going to go, oh my God, yes, I thought you would never ask. And they're going to be like, really? You want to get married? Like, will you marry me? Like, yeah, I love you. I want to spend every day with you. And whether we're married or not, I want to spend every day with you. I don't want to trap you into anything. I just want to be yours and I want you to be mine. That's all. Whatever that means for us. I think that's what's going to happen. And I think that at the end of the day, this person is going to bring up the proposal because this person loves you. And if you choose love more than you choose the strategy and you're okay with taking a leap of faith and going with the flow and just seeing where this leads, I think this is going to go in a really good direction, a really healthy direction without the pressure of marriage, just the energy of love. So I hope that resonates with you. Let's see. Okay, Spirit, am I on target with this message? What else do we need to know? Okay. crap, I can't find my book to go with my Gothic oracles. That's not cool. I really wanted that book. Hang on. It's just not here. Okay, well that's all right. It doesn't have to be. All right, let's see which other one I'm going to use. You are my shining star. You're hope. You're refreshing. You're beautiful for them. You mean so much. The way they feel about you is that you can heal them. You're a healer. You're a lover. You're honest. You're pure. You're powerful. They feel a lot of good energy about you. You're honest and transparent. They actually believe you're extremely honest. That you don't have any hidden agendas. And that star represents a miracle and a leap of faith. So I do think that it would be a miracle for them to ever be married again. But I think they're willing to take that leap of faith with you. Because how they feel about you is you're trustworthy. And they actually believe that you guys can have something different than what they've ever experienced. So that's good news. That's really positive. To have someone feel like you are their star. You're their hope. You give them hope. You give them joy. You're their healing. I don't think you could wish for a better card. This person wants to heal the past with you and create a brighter future with you. All right. They're on their way to you, Chariot, and then we have Hope and Ready to Take a Chance. They feel like you hold a very strong possibility of joy and happiness forever. They are going to be willing to take a leap of faith with you. How do you feel about them? Rita, you had a dream about him. Oh, you did? Okay. And today, that's the only communication I've had with him since he left last December. Okay. So having a dream was communication. Okay. So how do you feel about this person? I am working on my inner issues. So you feel like good. They are. They're working on it. And you're also working on your inner issues, but you're like, yeah, Steph, I totally feel like this person is working on it. There's a lot of synchronicities that you've been seeing, signs that connect you and this person. numbers, pictures, events, everything. And then you have the distance between us is killing me. So, your intuition is telling you that it's going to be okay, that fate takes care of everything. You're tired of being separated. You miss them. But you know that events are playing out as they should. Spirit, what is being taken care of for my collective in this relationship? What is being taken care of? Because we had resolution, 6 of Swords. So you're going to also, by the way, get some good news in about 6 days from him or her. This could be a phone call or a text, or maybe a letter or an email, or just an inner knowing. But good news is on the way, all right? Within a matter of 6 days, within a matter of that, you're going to get some good news about this connection. And show me the resolution, Spirit. Bottom of the deck is Lalita Tripura Sundari and Kali Mahamaya. Kali Mahamaya is Kali Ma, the spiritual truth beneath all appearances. Listen very deeply to me and to the words that I'm saying, okay? The spiritual truth beneath the appearances of your relationship. The healing between you guys that's waiting to be discovered in your actual life, in the 3D, in your home and in your family, but also intimately, sexually, and emotionally. Being in harmony with your higher self, which is union, a spiritual union. This card manifests the path which you both can best learn, heal, and grow. She is unclothed, symbolizing wild, unconditional authenticity. She is the empowerment to discard conditioning and judgments that we have worn. It represents the casting off of fearful constraints. Listen to those words, because we said earlier, he or she, this person you're with, has been in a fearful mode of living in fear, in jail in their mind, scared of commitment because of everything. And this card says we are going to be casting off fearful constraints that have imprisoned the mind, body, and soul. Connecting to the authentic being is going to attract divine grace, healing, and a union. So basically, in a nutshell, what is happening for you guys is the casting away of their fear of being in a relationship. Right now, they are scared, but we're casting that off. And the other one says, overall, under all, bottom line, with luminous grace, she plays her ways into our hearts, softening hardness and despair, awakening the remembrance of light, love, and joy. No matter what you guys have experienced together and in pain, your hearts will be cleansed and released from ugliness, cruelty, sorrow, pain, and distance. Negative karmic relationships will be cleared away. And our divine sister goddess invites you to recognize her restorative golden beauty shining within your hearts, cultivating that which is good for you and worthy of your heart. This is going to be your essential nature. Gracefully release everything with dignity. By the way, the page number there is 111. Hi, Francesca. So yeah, Spirit says, why are you worried? If you are, you shouldn't be. Choose love. This person loves you above all else. And as long as you choose love and not a strategy, you will find one another and you will be in one another's arms. Okay? Because the way they really feel about you is joy, love, and happiness. They think that you are so sweet, so desirable, that something good is going to come from you guys. They absolutely want to reconcile with you. I'm sorry, reconciliation, that's how they feel. Divine masculine energy, working on his childhood issues, showing you his true colors, and learning to not be so scared because of past manipulation, and learning to trust you and trust love again by starting with best friendship, being best friends, and leading into forgiveness. Magic is in the air. Good things are happening. You guys are soul tied. And look, you're going to have a fresh start. Okay? So yeah, no strategy, just love. And watch the magic happen. Guys, I'm going to let you go. I love you. This has been a beautiful twin flame reading, divine masculine, divine feminine read. Please like this video and subscribe. I hope I get to see you again. Don't forget to comment in the videos so you can get a free reading. All right, because I'm doing that all the time now. If you comment on more than one video, then you get your name more brought up for a chance to win. I also like it when you guys go to my page, to my other videos, my old videos, and you comment on those as well. Just showing me that you've went back and you've seen some older videos because they're all still relevant. And yeah, if you want a personal, you know where to go. And I guess that's it. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. Just keep swimming, and I'll see you again. Bye, guys. I love you. Ah. Okay.